What's going on, everybody? Flying Dutchman here, and today is a very exciting day because today is engine swap time. I always wanted to do this as a thing that I wanted to cross off my bucket list to do an engine swap myself. Today I have two friends helping me, and yesterday I was already at my sister's house where the car is being stored and where I can work on it. I have more space, and it's legal because you need to do it on your own property. With my house, I cannot do that on the parking spots that I have. Anyways, I completely stripped the whole front end of the car off. So basically all I need to do is undo the engine mounts, transmission mount, and the prop shaft or drive line. And once that is loose, then we can basically pick it up and pull it out. And oh, what the hell? Oh, it's my bag. And well, basically, hopefully, if it all goes to plan and it all goes the same speed as yesterday, then after today the engine will be in, the 6-cylinder that is. So I'll show you guys a little bit of the process that I did yesterday, right? Well, after this, and then after that I will be switching to today, so it's like a 2-day video, maybe even 3 days, it depends on what tomorrow brings. Today I have Thomas and Dennis with me to help me out. Dennis has a little bit more BMW experience that we have, and well, Thomas is just handy to have there. Extra set of hands, thinking, muscle, everything helps. So I'm very confident that we're gonna do a lot today, and let's see how it works out. Enjoy watching. If you have any questions about the swap, how I did it, special tools, special things I need, or whatever you're doing the swap yourself, leave it down in the comments below and I'll try to get back to you and answer your questions or whatever. So enjoy watching, and peace. So here we are. As you can see, I've taken the battery thing out, all the ignition, the coils, so I can reach the AC lines, which were running from there all the way down here. So I've removed the AC lines for now on the pump, which is supposed to be right there. Not anymore. Just basically clearing out the things I don't need and giving myself some extra space. So I'm taking the front off, basically all of it, with the radiator and the condenser and everything, and then this should all be coming off, so I have a straight way to the engine, under the engine mounts, the last pieces of wiring, get the ECU out and everything, put it on top of the engine, and then basically do the same with that one, and then reverse. So this is just day one, me messing around on my own, but help will arrive tomorrow. So I'll just keep at it, just unbolting stuff. I've chosen to take these off, and hopefully this whole front end comes forward, because those are already out. Hopefully that works. So next up, radiator, everything is out. I've taken those bolts off, but unfortunately there is right here a little spot weld which prevents me of taking this whole front off, basically. So if those are out, take the whole front off, and then it's basically engine mount stuff and a little bit of wiring which is there on top. So this is going way quicker than I thought. Of course we're gonna run into some problems, but for now. So here we are, day two, with Thomas here as extra help, and Dennis. Taking most of the stuff off, just a little bit extra stuff, like the power steering pump, which will be on the car, so we don't have to change that system, or like to bleed the system and stuff. Now taking the hood off so the engine hoist can move it. Sorry. Well, they're working hard for some reason. That's a good thing. Get the manifold off, and pretty much ready to go. So we have, oh sorry, disconnected the drive shaft. It's all out now, and sorry for the shitty angle. There we go.
Pomp hem iets hoger, Pieter, ja?
Ja hoor. There he comes.
Uitleidje.
Ja, naar
Bij
achter.
jou gaat het helemaal goed, Thomas?
Hier is helemaal niks.
Ik trek hem naar voren toe, kan dat?
Yep. All clear here.
Trek hem maar!
Wacht even voor de kont.
Die hoger.
Kont moet even over het subframe en ding heen.
Ja.
Ja, done.
Nou, eerst dat maar schoonmaken, Pieter.
Moet je hier wat bakwerk eraf halen.
Yeah. So now the manual box needs to go on the other engine, which is automatic. And clean up this bit. Damn. So I'm gonna go clean out stuff, take all this shitty material off, and then be right back. So I've cleaned it up a little bit. The whole interior, everything what here is out. This is all cleaned up. We've got the other engine ready to go out. Was not that much of an effort. Some things are a little bit different. I need to put those oil lines back in. Automatic transmission is out, and I think we're pretty much good to go. En die kant denk ik. Hij moet naar die kant gedrukt worden, toch?
Ja.
Alright. Moet de krik eronder weg? Die houdt hem nu tegen, denk ik, om verder te kunnen kantelen. Hold up. Ik haat dit mechanisme hier.
Ja, het is een kutmechanisme.
There it goes. Ja, hij zit hier nog steeds tegen die stuurstang. We're hitting that there. I need to put my phone away and use two hands for this. So after a full day of working, this car is pretty much stripped out. Everything is out of there. Engine is here. Flywheel is on. Gearbox still needs to go on, but it's like dinner time. So since we're making so much progress in one day, I'm just gonna do it tomorrow. This is everything is just stripped out, cleaned out. Pretty much ready to go. So I'll update you guys tomorrow when we pick up where we left it. This car is pretty much ready for the junkyard. Just take the rear axles and differential and subframe out on the rear. Take the tires off because I can shred those. Dashboard interior. If anyone wants a weird blue interior, hit me up. It's all pretty much clean, but it's a weird color. Even the whole floor mats and everything is that color. Also, we noticed that after the car got a hit here on the front, you can also see that this one, it's a little bit dark, but you can see there is a little tear here. So this also has been jammed. And then also on the inside of the trans tunnel, it has hit like there. So basically the whole car shifted that way. So this as a body is not good for rebuilding. So they made a good call by selling it. Anyways, it's a lot of work, but less than I expected it to be, because I just started like yesterday. I was on my own and just took the whole front, everything off. Engine was still in, but that was the only thing, just engine mounts and transmission, like the drive shaft, and that was all to take it out. And kind of did the same here today. So I don't know what else to say about it. Oh yeah, little thing what you need if you go from automatic to a manual, then there's like that bearing, which is called a pilot bearing or a spigot bearing, whatever they call it, and you need to tap that in. It can only go that far because it has a little edge on the inside, so it will stop. But that's basically where the shaft of the transmission goes into, and that as a automatic one didn't have that bearing, so I purchased that one. It's pretty much all set and ready to go. Cool. I'll see you guys tomorrow, which will be for you guys in about now. So here we are, day 2. We've mounted the gearbox up, which was a pretty straightforward job. Everything is just ready to go in and to be reconnected. Well, what else is there to say? Easy, straightforward job. Let's go.
Erin jassen.
Wat lekker, Harry.
Ja, Harry, als je even helpt, Harry.
Ik kom eraan, Harry. Ja, kom maar jongens. Zakken. Ja, nog ietsje. Ho, naar voren. Omhoog. Oh, je wou die steintjes nog weg hebben toch? Van de oude, daar hangt hij nu op.
Van de?
Ja, waar de bobine op hing. Ik haal hem er wel even vanavond.
Oh, maar dan kunnen we nog wel langs.
Ik haal hem er wel wat van opzij. Gaat die bij jou daar goed?
Hier gaat hij helemaal goed.
Nou, dan voren, zakken. Dat hij daar voorbij is met die steentjes. Ja, dan kan hij nu naar voren toe.
Oh, hij moet eerst jouw kant nu op en erin. Anders zitten we met die stuurstang. Stuurhuis.
Motorsteun, zometeen. Hoe we er rekening mee houden. Stuurhuis?
Ja, maar je moet er later pas in.
Ja.
Ja, hier, die stuurstang.
Ah, het katten moet naar mij toe, dus ik zou dat werken als ik dit doe.
Ietsjes omhoog. Dat, ja, perfect.
Zo, omhoog even weer, even als je...
Omhoog? Oh.
Ja, want hij zit weer op die pennen hier. Ja, probeer hem te zakken.
Ja, ik moet iets vooruit, anders zit ik er niet langs.
Zakken?
Ja, zachtjes.
Ja, probeer het. Oh, ja, dat ging net aan goed. Ja.
Ja.
Zakken.
Oh, even.
Doe nu nou even naar voren.
Ja. Hold on.
Oh, dit gaat niet goed.
Iets naar achteren?
Iets omhoog. Ja, perfect. Je moet alleen even die lip weer wat buigen waar die plaat hier in komt. Dan lag hij met een boutje op.
Oh.
Hij heeft hem iets open.
Shitty camera work though. But those almost line up. Almost there. And the oil sump has cleared the steering rod, whatever it's called. Nu zijn er langs, dus
Ja.
in principe kunnen we een beetje zakken en die kant op langzaam.
Zakken. Doe maar.
Oh. Anders gaat die niet meer op die pen passen. Hij moet nu eerst naar achter. Voor zover dat lukt.
Kan die nog iets omhoog?
Oh, wacht even.
Er ligt nog een katter op de sub.
Ja, hij ligt ook hier tegenaan.
Oh.
Daar moet hij
Hier moet hij even onderdoor zakken. Lukt dat?
Zit hier gewoon tegen een schutboot of tegen de veerboot hier gewoon. Het blok moet van onder zo. Dus ik moet, als ik de klepdeksel omduw. Nee,
Als je een klein beetje zakt, dan ben ik hier voorbij die koppeling en dan kan hij deze kant op.
Ik moet straks mijn kleppendeksel tegen het schutbord aan. Hij moet eigenlijk naar voren toe, de motor.
Wat? Naar die kant?
Ja, gewoon in zijn geel, kijk. Hij hoort hier gewoon zo ruimte te hebben.
Ja, hij moet nu gewoon kantelen.
Ja.
Hij zit nog in te veel een hoek. Dus in principe moet je gewoon zakken en dan zal hij
maar
wel...
dat je hem niet...
Als je nou de bak even daar een krik onder
Daar zat
zet,
ik ook aan te denken om even 1 eronder.
dan kant die motor
Hij
ook.
zit goed op zijn bokken, toch? Ja.
Nee, ja, maar hij moet deze kant nog op. Zo'n 5 centimeter.
Ja, maar het zou helpen als de
Ja.
bak omhoog gaat. Dus...
I'm gonna use 2 hands and be right back when it's actually in. So one step further, everything is in. Just need to bolt it up, and the transmission needs to be mounted up to the drive shaft, which I'm gonna do right now with these bolts. And then everything should be in. Bracket underneath. Then all there is need to do is wiring and plumbing of the radiator.
En een exhaust.
And an exhaust.
But we don't need that.
Nah.
Nobody needs an exhaust.
We
Get so
d-
exhausted from that. Nou, man, nog een beetje schoon
So we're here underneath the car. The axle is mounted to the gearbox. The whole gearbox mount brace, everything is back in. Shift linkages, which are here on top, everything is in. So we should be good to completely bolt the engine down, and then everything should be good to go. A little bit of wiring left. I shall put the clutch cylinder in and fuel lines, but other than that, should be good. Happy days.
En voor mij het lange verlengstuk.
So here everything is pretty much on for at least running the engine. Headlights and stuff, everything is here on the ground, but that's a care for tomorrow. We bolted the exhaust back on because this is a 6-cylinder, not a 4-cylinder, and unfortunately the fittings are the same, but the length of course are different. As you can see, that's the original one, and that's where the other one is. So they both like come on the mufflers. So we're gonna see if we or just take a bit out of this and that to make it fit, or just completely remove this damper muffler and then put that piece onto there, and then maybe it's long enough so it fits up there, because then we have an original like thing, and it's a 6-cylinder with 1 muffler less, so that's a good thing, I guess.
Just straight pipe it, bro.
Nah, don't want that much cops attention. So the ECU is in. Dennis did the wiring for the module, which there were 2 options, they told me. One option is basically cutting that green wire, the little one, oh sorry, the little green one, and the other option is just to bridge those. Since this requires no cutting, I'm just gonna bridge it. And also another weird thing is that it's the same gearbox. Alright. Feels a bit weird, but maybe when we drive it a bit, it all falls into place. Because there's a bit of a click, somewhat, but it feels less now. Anyways, I'll be back when we're ready to fire it up. The battery there is in the trunk. Just need to put the positive thing on wire, and we're good to go. So there we go. Battery's on. Lights are turning on. Everything in the car works. Probably should crank for about a while before the fuel gets to the engine and everything. ben een paar keer het overhalen dat hij brandstof pompt. Maar...
Het is alleen nog wel direct op de een beetje gas geven.
So it wasn't starting. So I asked the guy who made the chip for me, because he was like, if you have any problems, just tell me. And turns out that this cable here, that looks like a ground wire,
Put it on!
is presumably a 12 volt plus cable. So we're now linking that in between there. How many retards do you need to replace a wire? So essentially, this should do the trick. And this is one of the first things we can do to make it work. We have multiple options, but we'll see. Alright, so after a little stupid error, we had the fuel lines and the return line like was reversed. So here we go. Ja. Hij wil wel uitvallen. It wants to die, but... Nou is hij beter? Yeah, so it's getting too much air approximately. Alrighty then. Challenge completed. Wat rookt daar zo? De uitlaat?
Uitlaat.
Oké. Ja. So here we are, day 3. We got an airbox that fits my my air density thing. Fuel? No, the whatever. That one. This all lines up. Got my radiator back in. Got the right hoses. Only the bottom one here, which is a different one. It's pretty hard to stretch it on here. So we're looking. Because we got a bag of.
Die is wel goed. This one is good.
Oh, that's
good enough.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, we got some extra hoses here. Hopefully, those will do the trick. Maybe this, because at least it's long enough. And then ready to put the front back on. Put the wait. That's the fan. That one is going on the front because now there's no more room to get the whole shroud and fan on the back of it. So yeah, happy days.
This could work.
A few more steps and it's back on the ground, ready to roll. Alright, last and final day. Car's practically all together. Changing some final bits and pieces. New dash is in, which is kind of the same but different. Yeah, everything's done. Just a bunch of cleaning up to do and then be ready for a rip. So I had my phone on the charger a bit. We're down to the last job basically, which is adjusting the muffler, or exhaust, or wherever you're from you want to call it. This is the one from the 6-cylinder, which has the 2 pipes from the exhaust manifold all the way back. But unfortunately, this is the original one, which we use for some tubing. The original one that's on the back, because of it's a 4-cylinder, is a little bit different, so they don't match up. So we've taken the flange out of that one, welded it up here, so now this fits on, and we need to shorten it a little bit and attach that one to the old one, so it's a two-piece again. Then we're all said and done. I just had to share this beauty with you guys because one of my new best friends, Remco, he's sitting there. He has this unbelievably nice Volvo 740 sedan. What I like about these cars is that look how square they are, like how the rear windshield is just that straight, just bam. Then those sick ass steelies. Even this, like, it's an original option for the car, just have an handle. If that's not like IKEA spec Swedish car, I don't know. He's also running a turbo, like 250, maybe even 300, I don't know. So after some fiddling around, we got the right airbox, everything on, but it turns out that if you put the mass airflow sensor on, it dies, and when we pull it off, it works. So that might be a vacuum leak still or something, but I'm just gonna get these hoses renewed and hopefully that will solve the problem. But for the rest, it's running and ready to drive. Exhaust is on, everything. It's up to temp. Oh man. That sounds.
We get 6 cylinder.
I'm loving it. So, I think it's official day 4. Sorry if I blind you with my white ginger skin, but we had one little problem, which was the air fuel, or what is it, the mass airflow sensor, which I had another one laying around from, where is it? It's so hard to see this one. I'm gonna switch the cameras easier because now I need to look at the screen where I'm filming, and since there's so much sunlight, there's a reflection, I don't see anything. So hold on, let me change. So a buddy of mine, Dennis, who was helping me with the build and the install, had a different airflow sensor. This was from a M50 B20 and this is an M52 B20. Only difference is that the Vanos is present on this one and then the other one it wasn't, and he was like, I don't know if it works. And I was like, well, Vanos is a mechanical thing, that thing just needs to know how much air, fuel, everything is going in. And because before it was running, but then with the with this plug off, which means you're getting a wrong mixture, like too much fuel or too less fuel, which can cause damage and everything. So I was like, I'm not gonna run it, I'm not gonna drive it, I'm just gonna keep it like this and then first fix that. So this is the old one, and before I take all these screws out and pull this out, because one of these one of these clips here is broken on the other one, so it's sort of in, but I need to take this off and put it on that one if it works. So just plugged it in. Oh my god, it's idling. It's idling normal. Now the question is, when I push the throttle, like something is rattling down there, but whatever. Last time I pushed the throttle, it was just really slow going up, and I know it's a 6-cylinder, which is a little bit less responsive as a 4-cylinder, but it was too slow, so that was probably a wrong mixture. You see both? Oh my god. I think it's like 90%, 95% ready now. I mean, it's running right and everything. I need to change those hoses because there were some tears in them, and I fixed them by like plugging the holes up, because the whole, let me show you. This is running nicely. Essentially this was all fucked like here, so I got different one, but it has two plugs. One is capped off and the other one is just kind of sealed there with all sorts of shit. So it is sealing, but it's not the proper nicest way to go. So I'm gonna take that one off, put it on this one, replace it. I still need to do the power steering lines because I didn't have new washers, so I put the old washer in. And by putting the old washer in, I created some leakage. So I'm now gonna take them off, put jerry can under it, change that. Then I think it's ready for a test drive. So this is pretty much the whole engine swap process video. Like, it was pretty straightforward. We just pulled the engine out, which was some mounts back there on the gearbox, then two mounts here. Take those plugs off, and then the wiring harness there, ECU, everything out, put it on top of the engine, pulled it straight out. And essentially, because it's an engine which is completely based on the same platform, it's just so easy to swap. I mean, of all the engine swaps that I've seen people do, like in the Honda game where I was before, going for D series, going to B series, you need to adjust a lot of things and engine mounts and stuff like that, which is not a big deal if you know what you're doing or know what you need to get or whatever. But what this is was just YouTube preparation. Just as you're watching this video and think, hey, I might learn something, I was watching a lot of videos like engine swaps and things to look out for, which is like the spigot bearing that goes into the flywheel if you want to go from automatic to a manual. I needed some Torx sockets, like the female ones, to get the gearbox off, all those little things, and I had them. I was prepared, and we basically did this in 2 days. We pulled it out, put it back in, and then the last day was just tidying it up, creating an exhaust, because I only had like the manifold on there, which I think this is sort of aftermarket, because the original one that I had was a lot of just different material, but also like smaller, less flow, so this is better. Then also underneath the car, as you've seen before in the video, we just hacked it up from this pipe, or like we kept the manifold, but then the rest was from Dennis, and then the rear pipe, and we made it into one pipe. We eliminated one resonator, muffler, whatever, somewhere in the middle, so it sounds a bit better, but not too crazy, because I'm still driving this on the street. And in my theory, if you drift this for fun anywhere, you're gonna make tire squeal noises. But then again, if you have a 6-cylinder just roaring, they know where to look, and I don't want to draw that much attention. But just looking at this engine, I have to say to my mates Mike and Dave, like, it does belong in this engine bay. I mean, look at it, it's a beast. Very proud of it, and I'm wondering to see how it runs, how it drives, how it's and especially how it handles on the track. So I'm gonna fix this shit up, and we're gonna take it for a spin. So for now, thank you guys for watching. It was probably a pretty long video, but I will see after I've added it all. But looking at all those little clips that I made, it can be a long video. If you made it till this part, this last bit of the video, thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate all the support, all the the questions, all the thumbs up, all the everything on the channel or on our Instagram. Loving it, keeps me motivated, keeps me going. I'm not doing this for money, I'm just doing this to entertain and to just well, basically educate myself, educate others, and have fun while doing it. So thank you guys for watching. Leave it a like if you like this video, subscribe if you want to see more, and especially this beast in drift action, going at it. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Oh, there will be some driving clips before the end, but for now, see you guys.
Wat een power. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!